broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey, this is a family show.
No, it's not.
You are watching and listening to AfterBuzz TV's The Voice After Show. It's season 10. Can you believe it?
Season 10!
I'm Jason Ikeler. You can find me on Twitter at Jason Ikeler.
You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi.
What's your name?
That's Stephanie Giorgi. I'm Stephanie Giorgi. Shut up! Do you hear Zayn Malik, everybody, in my ears?
And Christian Rosenberg.
Hey, Jason, I'm Christian Rosenberg. Follow me on Twitter at Rosenberg, Instagram, The Rosenberg, and the new guy.
Introduce yourself. Welcome.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Stephen Helmkamp, the wannabe Zayn Malik.
Get Malik.
This is my song choice. Oh, Malik? Whatever.
Wow.
He's obviously not a directioner.
Song, though,
What's
your
Twitter?
Oh my gosh.
That's all we care about.
Yeah, at Stephen Helmkamp. Sorry, okay, focus. Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, here's the thing. Our show, because you're new here, we
Yeah.
are completely focused. We never get off track.
Really?
We're straight and narrow from beginning to
straight
end.
I don't
narrow.
believe that for a damn.
Anyways, the blind audition starts tonight. Christina Aguilera is back.
Yeah.
Looking
Finally.
good.
Looking really good.
Looking great.
I like Gwen Stefani, but I like Christina Aguilera more.
I like Gwen more. I don't know. I like
Well,
the way
Gwen's
she
gonna
coaches.
be back on Blake's team.
Yes.
I
This
thought Christina was
season.
giving some flirty eyes to Blake tonight. Was it just me?
Because she was like, oh, where'd you like that blonde better?
It was
She's
a
like,
little
oh,
bit.
watch this.
Yeah.
I know. It's
She knows
like-
what she's doing. Okay,
She
let's
does.
just hop right into it. First
do
up
it.
was Paxton Ingram. And that was the guy that was the dancer from Miami.
And
he
that
teaches the dance
sounded like
studios.
he spoke.
He sang Dance Down My Own by Robin. Mm-hmm. You didn't like that he sounded like he spoke.
I kind of didn't. And I know that you like that when people
Yeah.
do that, but it just, I don't know.
I think his
was
voice
alright.
is
It was
so
alright.
pure. And it almost sounds like he could either go completely R&B or go on Broadway.
I love the tone. This song, I thought he did very well with it, but we don't really have an idea of his range.
Right.
Yeah, but it didn't even bother me because I feel like what he did really well, and he almost sounds like he has like a filter on his voice, or it was auto-tuned or something. Like it was that good.
No.
And you're supposed to sound how you talk if you're
I
singing
think
correctly.
so too, but it was underwhelming because he had such a unique voice speaking as it was that I was like, oh, I was hoping that maybe we would hear a little bit something different, but I don't know.
He
He hasn't won me over yet.
Yeah, I think that's a little opinionated. I liked it. I liked the way he sounded there. I mean, I thought he sounded like a little young MJ.
Yeah.
I thought there was like notes of MJ right there. And the fact that he's a dancer, I loved his joy. He had so much fun on stage, and like when they turned around, he was just jumping out of the roof. So I really loved his excitement. Just being on
And
the
I
show.
think he's the
He's a
whole
passionate
package
guy.
because he's got a good look, he's got a good sound, and he's got a good personality.
And he can dance.
And nobody can shut.
I like him
Stephanie
already.
up.
I like him already.
Rosie was gonna.
He's doing all right. He's doing all
Hey, I
right.
don't like that
I
shit.
know.
Relax.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, are you getting jealous?
I am.
You're the one who wanted to sit over there.
Just
all I'm saying.
Oh wow. Okay, next up was Katie Peters.
Don't tell
Oh,
me
so
that
he went.
ties in.
But wait. Let's talk about
he
how he chose Blake,
He chose Team Blake.
which
That was
made no
crazy.
sense.
Honestly, though, I feel like Blake had a better pitch,
Sales pitch.
for sure.
He did,
Yeah.
but I knew he was gonna pick Blake.
How did you know this guy, Mr. R&B, was going to pick Blake?
Stephanie
Because-
has
Blake is a
her
good
breast
coach.
can tell who is gonna choose.
The same way I can tell
Mind
when
of
it
their own.
rains.
I feel like Blake and Adam are great coaches. Even if Pharrell is in more of his genre, I feel like Blake and Adam really just get into like who you are and get the best out of
See,
you.
I feel like Blake
Whereas-
and Adam are good at helping you win a TV show, or I feel like Pharrell's better at shaping you for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
And Christina's better at just teaching you how to sing.
I think so also, but I also think that Blake sounded the most believable. Like you have to go
Yeah,
with
I
someone
agree.
who's gonna actually be about you.
Blake would be an awesome car salesman.
He'd be
For
selling
sure.
them Chevys all day.
You
Yeah.
sure
dang.
would. I got a Chevy.
Okay, let's talk about Katie Peters. She was the musician whose family is all like med students and lawyers. She sang "Jealous." She was a 4-chair turn, I believe.
Yes.
I
got
liked
lucky.
her. I liked her
You
lower
think she got
register.
lucky?
So lucky. There was other people on the show who barely got one judge to turn around. She had all 4 judges.
Honestly,
There's nothing
though,
impressive with this song.
I
What's
think there was
impressive?
everything impressive with this song. She's emotionally connected. Her lower register is
That's the
insane
part that I
and
liked.
so clear. And then when she does the falsetto, and it's like it almost sounds like there's a break in her
Whisper?
voice, the whisper part. Yeah. It's so powerful. And I don't typically like the artsy voices on this show, but I feel like she's got the power behind it.
And that's why I wasn't a fan of her. I expected her to advance with that voice because it's a very talented voice. But this is I wrote on my notes, quote unquote, that voice that we get every year. That just kind of little bit of indie, little bit of Colby Calais type voice that is gonna do well, but it's gonna falter at some point. I don't really think she has too much of a high register. Granted, it's only one song.
Right.
So
But
we'll wait and see.
She had the low notes.
The
But
low
this is our
note she
first
nailed.
impressions.
The low note she nailed, but obviously we're just going from this one performance. Right now, I don't see her making live.
Did the low notes justify Chris and Pharrell turning around within 5 seconds of her performance?
I think when
That's
you're,
what
I think when
bothered
you're in
me.
the room though and you hear something like that, it's like one of those chill factors.
There are chill factors.
Yeah, I
and there
think-
were
I
chill
think that was
factors
one
in
of
this
them.
episode. And that
Oh, we're
wasn't
gonna
a chill
disagree on
factor
that
for me.
actually. All right,
You're fitting right in.
But that's cool. Yeah.
She picked Pharrell, which I thought was kind of interesting. I thought she was going for Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to see more from her. I liked her lower register. I understand that it might have been a little underwhelming, but we'll see.
All right, up next we have Nick. I think it was Hagelin.
Yeah, that falsetto though.
So he's
Dude.
the guy that's the ballet dancer who had the son with a disability.
Let him win now, just for the kid.
Normally,
Just for the
normally
kid.
I don't like sob stories on this show. That was like, oh my god, so
Sweet
sad.
beats, Dad. Like
Yeah.
when that little boy said that.
If I was just listening to him, I don't think I would have turned around. I think he has a good voice, but I don't think it's anything that can win the voice. Knowing his story and then seeing him, obviously I would have picked him, but just listening, I don't think I would have turned around.
He sounds more like a younger Michael Jackson to me
my note.
than Paxton. However, I think that with some coaching, I bet you Christina or wait, did he pick Christina? Yeah.
No, he picked
Yeah,
Pharrell.
pick Pharrell.
Oh, he did. Okay, well, Pharrell will be able to cater to his voice and kind of mold him
Pharrell
where he
will,
needs to be.
for sure, but his falsetto wasn't very strong.
Oh,
You don't think so? I
I,
thought it was
I,
nice.
I disagree with you on.
It was a
love this
little
falsetto.
underpitched the whole time.
I like the fact that he was maintaining. I felt he was maintaining the tone while keeping it soft. He actually reminded me a lot of Maxwell. And
Well, you know what? Yeah.
and
job.
this guy, I think he can do a lot more variety than what we just saw. Obviously, he's a good-looking guy. He's got the story, and so
I
he's
can't tell
just-
because normally I can see myself in this camera. My bad, y'all.
So
He's got
with all
the
that
whole package.
He's really got a complete package. This guy is going to go really, really far in this show.
Absolutely. Pharrell's going to work on his falsetto because I heard a little young MJ. So did Christina. Blake heard Prince. I wrote falsetto. Sounded like a little JT, Justin
Hey.
Timberlake. And
See,
you know
I-
Pharrell and JT are right there. And Pharrell
I don't
brings
think.
it out
I
of
think
JT.
because he's 28, what
too old?
kind of happens to his voice has already happened. I don't think he's going to be as easily to kind of mold and train, and I don't think we're going to see him go that far.
Wow.
I think his voice is there.
We'll see. I just want to.
yeah.
I want to see like a larger performance and then
Different song
I-
choice.
Yeah.
He's one of those complete package like marketable
And
guys.
the ballet dancer, he's my favorite pick of the night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, but do you think had you not seen his intro, you would feel the
The
same
story.
way?
That's a good point, but I actually like the fact that he's a ballet dancer because what,
I love the fact
what
that-
Oh yeah,
guys
I
can
think
do
he's got a
that.
great
Like,
story. But like, if you were just listening to
Just
him
the voice?
and not knowing,
I love that genre and I love
Okay.
that falsetto and like his sound and everything. So personally, yeah, I totally would have picked him.
I still would have. I still would have picked him. I don't know if I would think he'd be at super far out of this one, along with the story, but with everything combined that you know of him, how he is. I mean, I didn't even mention the dancing part, but that adds to the performer aspect. So he has the stage
yeah, I
presence.
mean, he looked comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
didn't. I thought his falsetto was weak. We had Maddie Poppy who didn't make it, so we don't need to talk about her.
No,
Oh, man.
my. Well,
she did a lot though.
well, I will say one thing.
Stage presence. She
Yeah.
looked like an old lady. She's like this, hunched over.
you
the
just
whole time.
sounded like a bad Florence.
You just took notes out of my head. She's gonna have back problems by age 25.
Do some yoga, Maddie.
real.
And it was a
Let's
really
talk
bad
about
song choice.
Mary Sarah. She's the girl from Nashville who worked
She
at
had
the
a
Boot Barn.
cute old school voice.
She's saying "Where the Boys Are." I really, really liked her. I was waiting. We were talking about this. We were watching Steven. I was waiting for the big note, and she never hit me with the big note.
Yeah.
But I think she's got great tone, and I think she's cute. So I could see her going far. She reminds me of Patsy Cline meets
A complete throwback. I loved this performance. I love her voice. She is fantastic
Almost
for
a little
Broadway.
Olivia Newton-John
I wrote
in there.
musical
For
theater.
Broadway, yeah.
Fantastic for Broadway.
I was gonna like see a remake of The Sound of Music or something.
Oh,
with her
I think
in it,
even like Grease.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah, she should have been Olivia Newton-John.
She's good though. I like that she's different. She'll
Very
be fun
different.
to watch.
Refreshing.
And Adam even said, your voice sounds like it's in a different
another
time,
time.
different place.
So I feel like Blake will be good for her. Obviously.
Yes.
Up next was Mike Cheveux. He's the guy that sang that looks like Ed Sheeran. I wrote because he's a ginger.
Questionable tattoo.
Oh, that was questionable.
The giant microphone on his arm.
So I thought he was just kind of okay. He sang "Talking Body" by Tovlo. I thought he was just kind of okay, and then when he sang with Adam, then I was like, "Oh, you're a really good musician."
I
and I
agree.
thought his falsetto was insane.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah. But again, I feel like every season we have one of those kind of rocker, but still can do,
We do.
the poppy R&B kind.
Yeah.
Very talented guy. He'll go far.
But
I just feel like I've
is
seen
there
it
room in
before.
pop music for two gingers?
Me and who else?
Hey.
Ed Sheeran.
That guy.
He needs some work. His voice had a nice raspiness to it, but then it had some nice smooth and some nice high notes.
Yeah.
Just some
Yeah.
smoothness.
I like him.
So,
Very, very talented.
Yeah, I thought he was really good.
I think he'll be fun to watch, especially since he took this song and flipped it. I feel like he'll do that a lot, and those are always good for these shows. Up next, we won't talk about her, but we will because I know you've got some strong opinions on Queen Sassy.
Queen Sassy.
She's saying "Show Me Love."
Yeah, great song choice. Stage presence is awesome. Obviously, that's not the whole part of the show until they turn around. Big belts, a great performer. Katie Peters got 4 turnarounds. She didn't get 1.
I wouldn't have turned
That's
for
what
her.
pissed me
I
off.
would not have turned for her
The
at all.
song was way
talking
too
about?
big for her. If you're gonna sing a song like that, you need a voice like Jennifer Hudson, where you can just like
Or
smack
LaPortia
me in
from
the
American Idol.
You can like smack me in the face with those high notes. She hit them, but it was just like she just touched them and backed away. You
She
need to, like,
didn't hit them.
You need to
It
brush
was-
through them. Yeah.
She,
know what?
they were foul tips. She for a split second. Hey, I have to know. Oh wait, now it's going way in left field.
All I
and
could
she
think
was a
about
little
is,
too confident.
how did Katie Peters get 4 chairs? That's all I was thinking.
That I
She
don't.
didn't get
That I
1.
can't explain to you.
No,
Katie
because
should not
I
have
think-
gotten 4.
I
Really
think
bothered me.
Peters, when she started singing, you instantly wanted to listen. When Queen Sassy started singing, if you hadn't seen her, Sassy, whatever.
Yeah.
If you hadn't seen her, you would have been like, "Who's this girl that is singing?"
She sounded
slightly
very
under
karaoke.
pitch?" Yeah, very karaoke.
I couldn't. The second she started singing,
But if she was
I'm
at
like, all right,
karaoke, I'd
where's
be
she
like,
living?
damn, girl, yes.
Yeah.
So I
If you
must
had a
have
couple
the-
drinks in you.
The Latin fever.
If she was at
I
the
don't
parlor.
know.
I think you must have.
Yeah.
Okay, up next is Brian Batista. He tried out last year and sang, I think, Bruno Mars. This year he sang "The Hills" by The Weeknd.
Yeah, I thought it was a horrible song choice for him. He's lucky
Yeah.
he got a chair.
I was shocked he got a chair turn. I think he sounds like a second man's version of The Weeknd.
poor man's Weeknd.
Poor man's The Weeknd.
Yeah, that song. It's just it
Oh,
was
he
a
sounds like a
poor.
weekday.
Hey, like a Monday.
But he, go ahead.
It was a poor song
You
choice.
guys, that was so corny on both parts.
was-
Oh my god.
That's why I kind of ignored it.
Moving right along.
But yeah, no. I thought overall for the song he did it right. I agree with you. That was a terrible choice. But he's the guy from last season. He got better. He's going to be this season
I don't
R&B
think he
guy.
got better.
Story.
He's going to make the live and be the first one eliminated from the live rounds. Like that's pretty much
I
what
see that.
this position is every season.
He's
He's not going
likable, but I don't listen to him and think like, oh, I want your album.
No, not at all.
By
No
any
chance.
means.
Yeah, no.
Up next was Abby Salsa.
Ooh, yes.
She
Loved
sang Should Have Been Asked by Tori Kelly.
Best
I loved
performance
her.
of the night.
I loved her.
I liked her. I don't think it was the best
Listen right
performance
here.
of the night.
Hey, What?
No,
What?
she,
The song's too low for her.
She teased us in the beginning. I wanted more right out of the gate. She's got a great voice. She saved herself in the
For the
second half
chorus,
of the
yeah,
song.
as soon as she got
But
to the chorus.
like in the beginning, like give us something a little bit more. Just tease us a little bit.
Oh, I
more.
disagree.
There was no teasing of like her voice. It was just chill and just going through the motion a little bit. And she killed it. And she's got the voice and the power. But I want to see that
the
right out
end.
the gate.
Oh, the second this song started and I heard her voice, I literally was like, I did not expect this.
Yeah.
See, I think it was too low for
And
her.
that's-
It was like just right at the bottom
too
of
low.
her register where I was like, oh, she's gonna fuck this up or mess this up. Sorry. And
PG-13.
Then once she hit the high notes, I was like, okay, I really like you, and I feel like she's gonna be good. But Tori Kelly is so rangy. You can't sing
Yeah.
Tori Kelly.
I think she's got the power. She has the range. Yeah, it was right on that border, that low register, but she kept it there and was consistent with it. I liked her a lot.
So did
gonna be a
I,
major
because
player.
her high note at the end was great.
Yeah.
See, but I think this is good for her because there's room for growth, which is the best way to
Yes.
do good in the
I
world.
think, and that's just because she hasn't had the coaching that she's about to get, and watch, she's gonna kill it.
With
after that.
Pharrell. She's Team Pharrell.
Oh yeah, and because
Easy.
with the rhythmic skills that she showed on that, Pharrell's gonna use that to his
Did
advantage.
Christina turn around for her?
My Mark II turned around. Oh no, I didn't. I lied. I don't know who
I
turned
feel like
around.
She did, and I
'Cause
think
I
we
feel
were
like-
both thinking, like,
yeah.
why didn't she?
Because she could use Christina as vocal training.
Yeah, agreed. Because she was hitting some big belts there.
Yeah.
Very Christina.
The high notes were really good. It's just
Yeah.
the low notes weren't there.
Yeah.
Up next was John Gillman. He's the log cabin guy that sings like Elvis. I think he sang Elvis. Don't Be Cruel. That's the name of the
Rockabilly.
song.
I never
Don't Be
heard of
Cruel,
that
Christian.
genre before, but I get it. Rockabilly.
Yeah.
One more time.
I think he's good. I just wasn't blown away by him. But I think
Yeah,
it could
me
have also
neither.
just been the song isn't like a song that like gets you on
Like
the
you
edge
said,
of
it
your
was
seat.
super short, and I was like, what?
Yeah, you only saw like 20 seconds
But
of his
I'll say
performance.
Like, he's so lucky he got picked.
But I'll say this, because we gotta consider Middle America. My mom called me tonight. She's like, "There's this kid that sounds like Elvis, and he's so good." So
He's
like,
gonna go so far, and I'm gonna be so annoyed by it.
That was my note. There's definitely an audience for him.
Yeah.
For sure. You don't hear it a lot. It's definitely not mainstream. But yeah, it's got the Elvis tune, the rockabilly.
he kind of
Just short
sounds like
performance.
Blake a little bit if you're just
See more.
listening.
No.
You don't hear that?
Nope.
I am curious what Adam's gonna do with this.
I feel like Adam will do good with him.
I think
Yeah,
he's gonna
I
be
think
eliminated later.
he'll give him more of like a rock, like a '60s rock song or something.
Adam's just a great coach in general.
Yeah.
Whatever genre you bring to the table, he's going to work with it, and I think just pull the best out of you.
So final of the night was Curly Sue, Allison Porter.
Yeah.
Curly Sue.
I was
She
so
sang Blue
impressed.
Bayou. So who is the country girl that went earlier? This is what I was waiting for her to do.
She was Mary.
Mary was.
Yeah,
the name
I was
of it.
waiting for Mary to like hit us with a note like this.
God.
She sounded
Out
like
of the-
Dolly Parton.
Out of the gate strong, right? My first note was a trained singer out of the gate, right away, hit all the high belts, all the judges' turn, amazing song choice. Great genre for her. I love her in this genre.
Yes.
Slow, Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire. She was
Yeah, I hear
fantastic.
Reba in there.
She's probably gonna be a second favorite of mine.
The only thing that scares me about her is usually somebody with a huge career gets voted off early on.
Not necessarily. There was that. I don't remember if it was last season or season before. There was that
Megan?
girl, Megan, who like opened for Blake.
Megan
She got to
Lindsay,
the finale.
Yeah, because she was great.
Oh yeah, but
I have a
can't think of
feeling-
anybody besides her.
No, but I have a feeling this is going to be very similar.
And she was loved. Curly Sue was everything.
And
so,
got a fan base.
She has the fan base. she has the recovery story. She's got all the things
yeah, I
written
think that's
for
why she didn't
for
take
good.
Blake's team because that's a lot of alcohol.
But but again,
songs
she
about
Blake.
she used to be on Broadway, and you could tell by her voice that it was a musical skill.
Yeah.
She's extremely talented. But again, similar to that other person I was saying earlier, she's got a great voice
But
for
it's
Broadway.
cool
I
when
don't see
somebody
her
has
being a regular like someone I would listen to on the radio.
But it's
I
cool when
do.
somebody has a unique voice like hers,
True.
but it's trained. So she still sounds unique and different, but she can hit the high notes without messing them up.
Yeah.
And she's with Christina. I mean, I really
Yeah,
hope
that's
Christina
gonna be great.
stretches her.
And Christina will probably kind of pull that musical out of her and like.
And Christina's
embed
got a
some
little bit of a
R&B.
rock side that I feel like if we got her on some Janis Joplin or something would be
Oh,
really
sure.
good.
How high will the views of Curly Sue rise on Netflix this week?
yeah, I'm buying the
I know.
DVD tonight.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
you
you're
go.
gonna love it. It's such a good movie.
So that
it.
is it.
That was everyone tonight because we only had one night to do it.
Okay, let's get into predictions and let's just pick our 2 favorites.
Okay.
Our 2 favorites out of
Out of
the
the
slew that we've gotten so far this season.
Mine are.
Stephanie's raising her hand and everything. She's ready to go.
Steffi, you can go first.
Thank you. Mine are Curly Sue and Celso.
Celso?
Who's
Celso.
Celso?
Ceci? Queen
Hey,
Ceci?
No, the girl that you guys said wasn't that good with the lower register.
no, I like her.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't. I'm gonna say the same too as you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Go for it.
My favorite 2 are Mr. Ballet, Nick, and Curly Sue.
All right.
Curly Sue. We got a lot of Curly Sues up in here.
I'm going with Nick and Abby. I loved Abby. I think
Okay.
Abby is awesome.
Oh, right.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
Well,
his girl crush of the season.
No, I didn't say she's my wife of the season yet. I don't pick my wife. I don't pick my wife until all the blinds are done,
Right.
so I can see
What you
options.
have to work with.
Because I pick my wife and I pick my mistress.
That's
So we
true.
gotta wait and find
I
out.
like that
who we got.
filter
Perfect.
process.
Well,
Yeah.
comment what
That's
you
good.
guys want in your top 2, and we'll comment back. In the meantime, that was
That was full of energy.
In the meantime, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Where Rosenberg, Instagram at The Where Rosenberg, and you can buy some pretty swell T-shirts like this at ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg, and check me out Thursdays on SmackDown AfterBuzz.
And if you want to hear more of my lovely R&B singing on my Twitter, you can find me.
You sing on Twitter?
Yeah, I post videos and
Oh, there you go.
That's cool. I need to. At Stephen Helmkamp. Yeah.
How was your first episode? Did you feel comfortable around? Did we scare you a little bit?
No, I feel
because the
great.
hazing begins after we go off the air.
Ooh.
Oh,
Anyways, actually, I was gonna apologize. Sorry that we were all a little sloppy in the beginning, but it is our first episode. Welcome back, everyone, and you can follow me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, and for the Jane the Virgin after show right after this.
and I would not like to apologize for being sloppy. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Ikeler, and you can follow all of us here
Hashtag
at
unicorns.
AfterBuzz TV.
I don't know what that meant.
Bye.
All right, see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.